Hey guys, Shaheem here, Chief Strategy Officer at FiveRings Marketing. Today, I'll be covering one of the most important parts of the sales process, follow-ups. Now, if you've ever done prospecting, I'm sure you know that it takes up to 15, 16 touch points just to get that initial meeting with a prospect. Beyond that, 80% of closed deals are closed after the 5th follow-up. So it's needless to say that after your initial meeting, there's still a lot of work that's left to be done. So today I'll be covering 4 things that will help you stay diligent with your follow-ups so you can close more deals. Tip number 1, ask for the follow-up. At the end of your initial meeting, ask your prospect what the next steps are and what the timeline is for those next steps. For example, they might need to meet with their team and they'll be meeting with them next Tuesday. So now you can ask permission to follow up with them next Wednesday. This way, they give you the okay to follow up again, and if they don't respond, you have the right to try again. Tip number 2, use a CRM system. Ensure that you're creating these follow-up tasks in a CRM system. If you don't have a CRM, pick any of the ones that are out there and create a free account. We use HubSpot. Now, when you complete a follow-up task, make sure to move that task forward 2 to 3 days because this will ensure that you don't fall off track for your next follow-up. Tip number 3, multi-channel follow-ups. You want to make sure that you follow up at least 7 times before sending that breakup email. Now, if your lead came in through LinkedIn, make sure that a couple of your follow-up touch points are on LinkedIn. If your lead came in through cold calling, give them a call. Or if you built really great rapport, shoot them a text. After 7 attempts of following up and not hearing back, it's safe to move on, send them a breakup email, and maybe create a task to follow up with them again in a few months from now. The last tip I have for you is to personalize your follow-ups. This is why it's extremely important to take very detailed notes during your presentation because you're going to discover 2 things. Number 1, what their pain points are, and number 2, which part of your presentation piqued their interest the most. So now when you're following up, mention this in your emails, in your LinkedIn messages, so they're reminded as to why they need to touch bases with you again. So to conclude, no matter how great that initial meeting went, no matter how interested the prospect seemed, do not let them sell you on believing that they're going to get back to you. Set next steps, follow up diligently, create tasks in a CRM system, and you're going to see a drastic improvement in your closing rate. And that's it. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Follow our LinkedIn page and stay tuned for more content.